This time, we're not just taking down every uber boss, we're diving deep into insane T17 map farming, hunting rogue exiles, and pushing our build to the limit. We'll be crafting true endgame gear, stacking more damage, and boosting our effective health pool like never before. Let's begin the journey. Starting with the best item in the game. Headhunter is so cheap. Changing the gloves to fix my resistances. We've hit the cap, but the build's about to get a whole lot more fun. The damage will stay about the same, but with Headhunter, you'll get tons of powerful buffs while mapping. Most of the time, your survivability gets so high that you can even level up comfortably in juiced maps. We're going to buy 3 Voices jewels with 5 passive points. Fewer passives would be better, but they're way too expensive. These Voices will let us run more medium clusters with the Pure Agony notable, giving us more virulent stacks and a big boost to our damage. I saw a few of you say 5 passive mediums are the same as 4 passive ones, and yeah, that's technically true if you're going for both notables and the socket. But let's be real, most of us just want that juicy Pure Agony and the socket. In that case, 4 passive clusters win because they only cost 3 points, while the 5s cost 4. Math is pain, but this one's worth remembering. For rings, we're looking for high flat life and good resistances. You'll also want to keep an eye out for bonus stats like dexterity, and make sure there's an open prefix so you can craft the minus mana cost. We're using Lionized Vision with a decent implicit, ideally +1 to socketed gems or minion gems, it really depends on which one's cheaper. In my case, the +1 socketed gems was more affordable, so I went with that and ran an Empower support in the links. Don't worry though, path of building is in the description. We'll also upgrade our gems to awakened versions. They need a lot of XP, but no worries, we'll level them up as we play. For our amulet, Replica Dragon Fang is a solid pick. We'll anoint it with Grave Pact, which lets us respect a few points on the tree. To get Culling Strike into the build, we'll just support Rain of Arrows with the Culling Strike support. But don't pay too much for the amulet, we'll replace it with a better one later. And this will be your new skill tree. Thanks to our Abyss Jewels, we already have 100% chance to avoid shock, and with Storm Shroud, we're completely immune to all elemental ailments. For no regeneration maps, having a hybrid flask is highly recommended. For my currency strategy, I like to self-sustain and avoid trading. Therefore, I set things up to consistently drop 8 mod Conqueror maps. These maps always have at least 15% quality, making them fully juiced, perfect for farming invitations and Conqueror Exalted Orbs. We took on the Feared with some rough mods, and still pulled it off. After the recent upgrades, our damage spiked to 40 million DPS, which is massive. But our effective health pool still needs work. So, it's back to farming, time to stack some currency and prepare for the next round of big upgrades. Without premium stash tabs, the game loses a lot of its quality of life. You have to make trade posts manually just to sell your expensive items. If only I could sell everything to Faustus, this might have been the best game experience ever. But I guess that's too much to ask. We're already strong enough, so now we need to level up, either run Abyss in parties for efficient XP, or breaches in 8 mod maps with a group. Absolute chaos, but super fun. But before we dive in, we need to run a couple of T17 maps to generate a ton of 8 mod Dunes maps. We'll spec into Singular Focus to guarantee only Dunes drop, and once that's set, we're all ready to farm breaches for that juicy XP. Playing in a party means more monsters, more loot, and faster experience gains, plus, it's just more fun. Abyss farming feels incredibly safe with a Headhunter. I bet you will never die. Unlucky, we need to buy it from the market. Thankfully, it's not that much expensive. If you're running dangerous map mods like these, Be ready to get one shot at any moment. But we go again, cause we have Headhunter, and will save us if we stack the buffs. Even without the buffs, we can still do them. Let's try some Uber bosses and test the build, but remember, we are still not done. Repositioning the Agony Crawler is important. If it gets too close to enemies, it'll use its weak melee attacks instead, which significantly lowers your damage output. On Ubers, it's crucial to reach the maximum stacks of virulence as quickly as possible. To achieve this, we should focus on boosting attack speed, increasing the number of projectiles, or enhancing the number of beams. This will ensure we maximize our damage output efficiently. I have a special farming method where Headhunter really shines. We're going to farm rare monsters with 8 modifiers in T17 maps to drop expensive scarabs, only picking the valuable ones. Now, let's make sure we craft the right idols for this strategy. And I failed all of them. Unlucky. This is budget, but the Huck modifier is really useful. Since Huck can accompany us, we can give him a level 15 Hatred Aura, which would boost our damage by around 37%. Plus, the crawler can deal cold damage. Now, imagine if we could make him crit more often, that would be absolutely insane. Now, this map is just crazy. There is no way I can kill it. Why am I so tanky? I don't have any Headhunter buffs. I skip him, he is way more tanky than me. Let's run more antagonist T17 maps and check out the drops. All I can say is these maps are way more fun than Rogue Exile farming, and they're much easier too. These monsters don't hit nearly as hard. All of PoE2's loot is going straight into my pocket. Stop asking GGG where the loot is. Time to collect my taxes. If we hit +3 socketed gems we win. Not bad. But this chest isn't as good as you might think, so I'm just going to sell it. We're going to use a different unique for our body armor. Time to upgrade the build even further, starting with the helmet. We're looking for a good base with high flat armor and a fractured life mod. Then, we'll craft it using fossils to try and hit the +2 minion prefix. If we get a +1 instead, we'll use the more likely craft at the harvest bench. Once all our prefixes are set, we'll finish the suffixes using Eldritch crafting. This is really good, but it is not finished yet, so we stash it for later. An onslaught ring base, and we will craft it with harvest bench. It will be RNG, but yellow juice is really cheap. We've got a fourth vow with a decent corruption. We'll 6-link it and fix the colors using tainted currencies. That does mean we need to include Pierce in the 6-link setup, so make sure to check the POB for the full gem setup. If we remove block recovery would be amazing. Not perfect, but I take it. We craft level 30 aspect of the crab, then we are done with crafting the helmet. For the boots, we need fractured movement speed. We're going to spam essences until we hit 3 good suffixes. I went with torment essences, and all I needed was 2 high-tier resistances. After that, I could focus on the prefixes, roll until I hit a high life, then finish it off by crafting armor. For the gloves, we're doing things a bit differently. First, we roll 2 high-tier resistances, then slam a veiled orb to get a veiled suffix. After that, we pray to Chris for the focus mod. The attack speed boost is massive. Once we've got that, we finish the prefixes with Eldritch crafting, add the physical damage reduction mod, and we're done. We also need Zabaqua Timeless Jewel. It works perfectly with our body armor. Cheap forbidden jewels, not too fancy, but useful. Perfect roll Ashes of the Star. It's massive for our build. To finish the build, we can replace Arctic armor with Petrified Blood. Also Forbidden Taste with the Savaged Hit enchant is amazing for this build. Oh, I got a sale. We don't need these anymore. Let's find someone with Rogue Exile farming strategy. This is the worst layout for my build. Oops, got distracted, needed to use a life flask, but it was too late. Progenesis would also be amazing for this build. Well, Headhunter is pretty useless for this farm. Either need to add rare monsters and change the strategy a bit, or get Mageblood and build around it, but the build already is able to do these guys. And sometimes dies. Now it's time for the Uber bosses, and to make things even harder, we're adding Maven into the mix. We lost some damage, but gained a lot more survivability, so yeah, I'd say it was worth it. This build can even reach hundreds of millions in damage. Getting 100% chance to poison, enabling crits, double damage, or pushing the gem level to 40 are all great upgrades. You can also make it tankier by investing in spell suppression and capping spell block. But honestly, at this point, we're deep into min-maxing. So I'd say the build is finished, and truly is a hero. But let's wait for Uber Dubber Elder with Maven Witness. That would be the true testing.
Nice. Hadouken!
Help me! Help me!
For the next video, I'm not sure if you guys will be into it, but here's the deal. I don't have access to Last Epoch, Third World Country Struggles. If I ever get it, I'd definitely love to make content on it. But in the meantime, I do have Grim Dawn, and honestly, I value it 100 times more than PoE2 right now. So how about a 0 to hero build, smashing super bosses in Grim Dawn? Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like, leave a comment, or share it with another Exile, or all of them. See you in the next one.